Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, 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 welcome to Soul Sync, another episode of Soul Sync. I'm so glad that you're here. I pray that you are well. Listen, I've been trying to get into a space and a place with you to share with you from the cup of my life, right? And also from my heart about particular subjects and things that people go through. Sometimes I'll be speaking to individual people, and then sometimes I'll break into talking to couples, right? And so Soul Sync was designed to sync the souls of people. And most recently, I started out the gate syncing the souls of couples that are dealing with some type of mental health issue, some emotional baggage, or whatever it is that you might be carrying that's interrupting your relationship. If you've been watching, if you've been hitting that like button and subscribing, you are up to date with what I've been talking about at Soul Sync. Again, Soul Sync is not just something cute to say. It is definitely something that I believe can happen when we do the work, when we come together and do the work individually and then together. Today, we're going to be talking about something that can sometimes hinder individual lives as well as family life, as well as relationships. And because we're talking about relationships today, we're going to be talking about something that is so important for us to identify so that what I say, we can just crucify it once we identify it. And so we're going to be talking about the imposter syndrome inside of a relationship. How do I handle it? How do I recognize it? Do I even know what it is? Well, let's jump into something that I think that will interest you. Maybe you know someone who is dealing with this, but maybe even people tend to say that they think that we all at some time or another has dealt with the imposter syndrome. But today we're going to focus on defining imposter syndrome in a relationship. Yes, that's what we're doing. If you looked at some of the videos that I've been putting up, we talked about depression in a relationship, and then we broke down anxiety in a relationship. And although I'm a licensed professional counselor, this information is for your use, just for information for you to judge and think about how you might need some more help, or just to sit in it and sit in yourself, realizing that you might be dealing with some of the things that I've come here to talk about. Now, I want to share with you a little bit about the imposter syndrome in a relationship. Let's look at the individual experience. I want to do something first to pull up my notes and talk a little bit about defining the imposter syndrome in relationship. How does it manifest differently than in a professional or individual context? You might be wondering about that. What are the core fears? I'm not good enough for them. They find out that I'm a fraud and they'll leave. I don't deserve this love. Yes. How does it impact communication and intimacy? What about the self-sabotaging and pushing a partner away? Difficulty receiving compliments. These are some of the dynamics of one partner's versus both partners experience it. That's right. I said one partner versus both partners, because guess what? There can be a relationship where both partners are dealing with imposter syndrome. That's something we'll talk about down the road a little bit. Both partners. Wow. If one person is dealing with it, what happens when the household and both people are dealing with it? We'll look at that in a little while. Let me just give you a little bit of what that might look like. This is particularly an interesting dynamic when two people are dealing with imposter syndrome under the same roof. How might a relationship look when both individuals are struggling? They're struggling with core beliefs and practical self compassion, challenging negative thoughts, and seeking professional help. That may be something that someone wants to do, but just don't know how to take the steps forward. I'm not here to give you a one-shot deal on how to deal with imposter syndrome, but I am here to help you identify and understand maybe something that might be going on in your home, how two people at the same time can deal with this, how one person can deal with it with a partner inside of a home and don't know how to communicate. Both people are struggling. All right, let's get into some things that I want to share with you now, defining the imposter syndrome in a relationship. Let's take the number one point that I want to talk about, the individual experience, where the feeling that you're just winging it. I'm just winging it. I really don't know what I'm doing. Or that your success is due to luck, right? Not to your own studying, not to your own knowledge. You push it off because you don't feel that you're true to this. You actually believe that you don't have the opportunity, not the opportunity, but you shouldn't get the compliments, right? Validation. So the feeling that you're just winging it is something that creeps up in people. The fear of being found out, that is something that's so huge with the imposter syndrome. Minimizing your own achievements. Many people deal with this. Many people. The relational imposter syndrome, listen to me. I want you to understand the core definition. Let's get into it. Relationship imposter syndrome is the feeling that you are not worthy of love, you are not worthy of happiness or commitment you are receiving from your partner. You're just not worthy of it. A person is showering you with love. They love you. They tell you they love you. They're showing acts of kindness. But you, the person that is dealing with imposter syndrome, rejects it because you don't think you deserve it. So the fear isn't that you be found out in the sense of not having the ability to do something. The fear is that you don't believe that you are worthy of this. Now, let's talk about this for a second. What about the fear that you'll be fired, but that you'll be left in the dust? You'll be left. You'll be fired because what? You're not worthy of it. You don't deserve the job. You don't deserve. All of these things is ingrained in this imposter syndrome that we're talking about today. The fraud isn't your professional self, but your authentic self. You don't give yourself the credit. You believe that you are a fraud, even though you have the degrees, you have the knowledge, you have the know-how. That belief system has overrode and overridden, I should say, all of the things that are in place that qualify you. How it manifests in relationships is something that I want you to work on. If this is you, if you feel like this is resonating in you, I want you to work on this. I want you to just take note of what I'm saying to you about this. How it manifests in your relationship. Self-sabotage. This is huge. Unconsciously creating drama. Picking fights for no reason or pushing a partner away to prove the imposter's inner self, listen to me, an inner belief that they aren't worthy of love. So many people are dealing with this individually in the corporate world, in any type of setting you can think of. You may not even realize that you're around great people that struggle. They may have great degrees and great positions, but silently they struggle with this imposter syndrome. And today we're talking about it being in a home, in your relationship. Constant need for reassurance. This is someone who repeatedly is asking, are you sure you love me? Are you sure? Are you happy with me? This can be exhausting for the other person who is exemplifying and showing their partner that I love you. I'm showing you, I'm saying it. And the person that is dealing with the imposter syndrome is not landing on the right space. So they're constantly doubting and causing their partner to be just so exhausted with providing confirmation that they feel what they feel about them. What about difficulty receiving compliments? This is another big one. Oh, you're just saying that. You're just saying that, right? I'm not really that great. No, I'm not. I'm not really that great. Wow. The imposter cannot internalize positive feedback because it contradicts their core belief system. You will be so surprised how many homes deal with this. What about hiding vulnerability? A person with imposter syndrome in a relationship may be afraid to show their flaws, or their insecurities. fearing that this, listen to me, that this will be the evidence their partner needs to confirm to what? That they are not good enough. I want you to think about this. I want you to sit in this. I want you to identify this. I want you to understand you will not say, I will not allow this imposter syndrome to come and how do you say, just bring me down, right? And cause me not to rise up in the greatness of who I am. I'm so excited about this. So I'm stumbling over my words because I want to get it out to you. I want you to understand that this is something you should be sick and tired of being sick and tired. This is something you want to deal with. This is something you're tired of it robbing your relationship. This is something that you're tired of dealing with in silence. Now let me give you part 2 of the dynamics of a couple dealing with it. I have to dive into this. Let me give you part 1 of this. One partner with relational imposter syndrome. Let me share with you the imposter experience. This is the inner dialogue that I want to share with you right now. They're going to realize that they made a mistake. They deserve someone better, someone more successful, someone more attractive and confident. This is that inner dialogue that goes inside of a person who's carrying this imposter syndrome dynamic. What about the behavioral impact? May pull away emotionally, become very distant. And the other person in the relationship does not have a clue. They can't put a finger on what is going on. What is happening to this relationship? Why is this person constantly sabotaging everything I say? This person won't receive or see the effort that I'm making in this relationship. Listen, no judgment. Don't blame. Don't do the blame game. This person may be dealing with this imposter syndrome and don't know how to navigate through it. And so this I find in so many times in my office, so many times in my counseling sessions where people are fighting to get free from this imposter syndrome. So the confusion and the frustration is, why don't they believe me when I say I love them? Why don't they believe me? What am I doing wrong? See, now this has turned, now it has flipped the script and has turned now on the partner who is the one giving love, giving support. But because they're so frustrated and baffled in it, they now look at themselves and what? Blame themselves or question themselves. What am I doing wrong? When really they're doing so many things that is right. But their partner that is rejecting these things is causing the friction and the frustration. Please understand what I'm saying. The emotional exhaustion that comes with this can start to make you feel like your love is not enough. They may feel, listen to me, they feel like they are constantly on trial. Yes, having to prove their love over and over and over again. Now, imposter syndrome shows up in corporate worlds in different places, but we're focusing today on soul sinking the people that are dealing with this situation in their home or in their relationship. We want to sink the souls of these people so that they understand what one person is going through, or maybe both. There is a sinking that can happen if the communication rises up, if the desire to seek help will rise up. Listen to me. This imposter can break down your life. It can break down your emotional system. It can break down your mental. It can break you down if you don't deal with it and recognize what it is that's coming to what? Throw you off of life totally, because it can chip away and chip away. It can chip away. So the pitfall, let me let you know that the supportive partner, let's hear this, attempts to reassure the person, but it can backfire. It can backfire and not be accepted. So it has to be dealt with gingerly. The patience have to come into play. The understanding that this person is dealing with something that I need to learn more about. I love you and I want to know what you're dealing with. I don't want this relationship to end. The imposter may see it as a pity or as the partner just saying like, what they need to hear. Or you're just saying that because you know what I want to hear. You're just saying that. I'm telling you, it's always like a tug of war. No, no, no. You're just saying that because you want me to believe. It's all these different things that the person dealing with imposter syndrome, it's a job for someone. So the love that never fails will have to support the individual that is working through this particular situation. Let me give you a scenario with both partners with relational imposter syndrome. This is a powerful dynamic in itself. Let me tell you something. The double-edged sword is what we call it. The double-edged sword. The potential for connection. They may find a strange sense, listen to me, of comfort in their shared insecurity. So now we have two people in a relationship dealing with imposter syndrome. So what happens? It attaches to each other, right? Because these two things they have in common. So it's a shared insecurity. They can understand each other's fears deeply, saying, I get it. You know what? I get what I feel that way too. I get what you're saying. This can build intimacy, but at the same time, listen to me, it's potentially driven possibly for instability. Instability. The relationship can become a shaky foundation built on two insecure people. Without a solid, grounded partner, listen to me, without a solid, grounded partner, there is no one to hold this thing in this space. There's no one to hold the accountability. There is no one to hold the space and say, we are okay. We are worthy. So this can be a two-edged sword if there's two people in the relationship dealing with imposter syndrome. Potential for instability. I want you to understand this. Is so high in a home or in a space and place where two people in a relationship are dealing with this same thing. I want you to look for some signs, a cycle of mutual reassurance that doesn't lead to lasting security. I want you to look for signs, a fear of challenging each other out of concern for triggering each other's insecurity, right? Because if you're both dealing with it, there's some triggers involved. But this has to be paid attention to. I want you to look for signs, a relationship that avoids deeper emotional truths of difficult situations, difficult conversations. I need you to understand that this imposter syndrome can rip away at a prosperous relationship. A prosperous relationship. I want you to understand this is something that needs to be worked on. Practical strategies for individuals and couples. What are some actionable steps that you both can take or individually take? You can journal. You can start identifying core beliefs. You can practice self-compassion. You can challenge those negative thoughts that live and occupy space in your head. You can also seek professional help. Listen, for the partner of someone with imposter syndrome, I want to know, how can you effectively support your loved one? You can have gentle communication, offering specific information that you yourself have sought to find out. Listen, I want you to understand, avoiding plateaus. I don't want you to be triggering people that you understand now after you've researched this and understand what it is you're dealing with in your partner. I want you to realize that things can be triggered easily. What about setting healthy boundaries? I want you, as the partner who is dealing with someone with imposter syndrome, I need you to set boundaries. I need you to set some healthy boundaries for yourself and don't get pulled totally left into the person you love who's dealing with this imposter syndrome. Listen to me. This is so important. So important. You need to have some couple exercises, communications tools that can help you. You can have some scheduled check-in times with your partner. Just hang out, watch a movie, sit and have some pure conversation. just organically sitting and talking and digging into, like, how you doing? I see that you've been working on yourself. I see that. I said I love you and you accepted it. I think things are changing. You have to validate some things with your partner. Yes, this takes some understanding. It takes some patience. But when you love someone, we know that love never fails. So many people, so many partners, relationships are broken because of things that happen in this area, in the mental health area, in relationships, where we don't have enough information to understand the dynamics of depression, the dynamics of anxiety, the dynamics of maybe bipolar, the dynamics of things. Now, you are not supposed to be the therapist. You're supposed to be the support. You're the one that gives the understanding that, yeah, we're dealing with something, but let's beat this together. Let me learn how to support you in this. Do the couples exercises and get some communications tools. Listen to me. Do a gratitude list. Help the person understand that this love you're sharing is real. This love and these compliments that you're giving to a person who's constantly pushing them back and not receiving them because they don't believe it. Their belief system. The belief system is a powerful thing. People that have but it doesn't even have to be a strong belief system. A belief system is powerful. Listen to me. We need to spend more time understanding the dynamics of how people are wired and what people are struggling with. Not blaming people, not shaming people, but honoring people for who they can be and who they are to you. So the communication needs to constantly be open for the relationship, open and honest conversations about their fears in a non-judgmental space. Please don't be judgmental. It'll shut down the person you are supposed to be helping and understanding. It's not about you. It's about the we thing. It's about the us thing. It's about, I love you and I see we're dealing with this. Remember, people come from so many different walks of life before they land at your number, at your address. People come from so many different dynamic situations that they've had to fight through and work through on their own before they got to you. So every time you're in a relationship, you actually inherit all types of luggage that you didn't pack. But sometimes you're called to unpack some of this luggage. And I don't mean a 5-piece, because no one should be segueing into a new relationship or a relationship with a whole big 5-pack piece of luggage. You can just unload some of those things before you decide to get into a relationship with someone. Work on you. Do the work. What is it that you're dealing with? Ask yourself, are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Are you sick and tired of being, pretending to be something you're not? Not in the context of what I'm talking about, the imposter syndrome, because the imposter syndrome will constantly replay over and over in your head that you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not pretty enough. Oh yes, it's going to speak to you. And if you're struggling with this in silence, I beg you to get help. I beg you to sit down tonight, tomorrow, whenever, with the person that you're in love with, the person that you're dating, the person that you want to be with, and share with them that you're dealing with some struggles and some things, and you need them to support you in getting through them. Remember, this is a non-judgment zone here. I am totally non-judgment. Do not play the blame game either. And don't point fingers. I don't like finger pointers, because as you point a finger at someone, the thumb is pointing back at you. So you need to deal with you in the areas that you're struggling with. We all have areas. That's why it's so important for you to learn about your strengths and your weaknesses. Yes. And and what you need. Your strengths and your weaknesses. Yes. It's so important. Your wants, your needs, your wants and needs are two different lanes. I really, really feel passionate about sharing with you on Soul Sync. I do. So I want you to know that there are signs and there are times for you to talk and share. I want you to know that there is hope, there is love for you, but we have to stop, pause, and reflect. Take a breath, take a breath, have no fear, and walk straight into the very thing that's trying to block and stop your life, that's trying to block and stop your relationship. Yours may be the imposter syndrome. Yours may be the spirit of depression, or maybe you might be dealing with anxiety. Whatever it is, there's so many things that challenge wonderful, great, potentially wonderful, great relationships. But if we don't manage ourselves and manage our emotions, and we allow other people to manage our emotions and tell us who we are and who we're not, then how can you live a fruitful life? How? So listen, I'm going to stop there because I gave you enough pointers for what we discussed today. Remember, that feeling that you're just winging it, it's not true. Don't believe it. You are successful. You can win. You are smart and you are beautiful. Yes. Yes. The feeling that you're just winging it, no. You got credentials to show that you're past winging it. You know what you're doing. So we have to shut down the voice of the imposter who wants you to believe that you're not enough. That you're not enough. Stop letting it manifest in your relationship. Stop self-sabotaging. Stop needing the constant need of reassurance. Stop, because you are everything that you need to be. I hope that this helped you. I hope that it gave you a little peek inside of what the imposter syndrome is. Forgive me for stumbling over my words. I get excited when I talk about particular things that help people grow. I want you to be healthy. I want you to grow. I want you to live. I want you to soar. I don't want anything to chip away at you to make you think that you're not worthy. No matter where you come from, no matter what you've walked through, no matter what you've done, no matter what place you may have found yourself in, it's a new day. And every day is a day for you to do something you've never done before. I want you to remember that when nothing changes, nothing changes. When nothing changes, nothing changes. Why don't you do something different? Just make a little pivot. I'm not asking you to do a giant step. If you just pivot, you'll see how things will change just by that, what you call small pivot. I thank you for being here. Continue to tap into Soul Sync. Continue to look at the Bravo with Sheila Network. Stay tuned on Monday nights, Beyond the Mic with Dr. Elaine and Lady Dawn B. Tap into Soul Sync sometimes during the week, and sometimes I'll do some great interviews with people who are overachievers and people who beat the odds. On Thursday night with Dawn B, let me tell you, we have done so many things. Yes, we have. We give ourselves a bravo, because everything that we talk about is to edify, is to build up, is to love. We are totally the no judgment zone. I want you to also check out the Sheila Ingram Ministry Network right here in these YouTube streets, right across the street. On so many levels, we come all things God. We give you the love of God. We build you up. We drink from the well. Listen to me. We love you. I love you. I want you to stay well. Before I leave, I like to take a little commercial break, and then I'll be right back. It's really quick. I want you to see something, and I'll tell you about it in 1 second. As I play this little clip for you, I am also going to give you some information on counseling. If you need counseling, if you'd like to come and have an assessment with me with your temperament profile, you can do that. Listen, I am here. This is one of the things that God has wired me to do. This is something I know how to do, and I love to do it. I do. I love to see people happy. I love to see people whole and complete. We're a work in progress every single day. Every day we're evolving. I'm evolving. You're evolving. You are not a mistake. You can be and do all things. Now, I don't even see where I put, here it is right here. Let me stop my banner from rolling. I hope if you need any more information, you can go to nowutalking.com, click on the link and go to my page and click on information, and I'll get a notification that you'd like to do a free consultation, or you'd like to do a quick temperament profile, or maybe you just want some counseling. Whatever you need, just give me a call or stop by the website. In the meantime, I want you to check this out right now.
Hey guys, what's up? What if I told you a whole movie game was created from dropping a favorite movie line? This is it, Act or Pass. You get 3 decks of fun in a 1-minute timer. Now I know what you're thinking. How the hell do you play this game? Just imagine if Charades and Taboo had a movie baby. There's literally no holding back. You get to drop your favorite movie lines, hum theme music, use actors' names, summarize the plot, and just go crazy with your gestures. Honestly, anything goes to get your team to guess as many films as possible in just 60 seconds. The best part is that it's challenging, it's pure comedy, and everyone has to be creative. It breaks down social barriers, sparks joy, and gives everyone a chance to show up and be themselves in the most hilarious, authentic ways. Yeah, this game is about making unforgettable moments, unforgettable connections. It's simple and it's fun. Grab the original or the black pack from actorpass.com.
Yes, yes, yes. Act or Pass. What a wonderful game that my daughter has been working on, and now it is for sale. You need to go. It is a family game. It's a great gift for Christmas. You need this for Thanksgiving in your house. You need this for Christmas. I'm telling you, Act or Pass. It is incredible. It's such a fun game. Go ahead over to actorpassgame.com. Look at some of the video and how they're playing the game and the fun that it brings. We need some fun back into our homes. We need some fun back into our family space, right? You agree with me? I know I'm talking right. All right, so here's my next promo for you right now. That's right. That's right. That's right. Nowutalking.com. Go ahead. If you know someone who is struggling, if you know someone who needs a little counseling, a little chat, listen, even if you take the temperament profile, doesn't mean that you need to stay and do sessions. You just need to know how you're wired. So the information is on nowutalking.com. Go head over and book a session. Book a session. So listen, it's been great. It's been wonderful being here with you today. I thank you for your presence. I thank you for your, just for being here, You know what? I'm going to just give you a round of applause and say bravo to you. Bravo. 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 I want to do it again. Bravo to you. Once again, thank you for being here with us. It's been wonderful. It's been awesome. We're going to get on out of here. I'll see you again on the next Soul Sync with me, Sheila Ingram, your licensed professional counselor. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Stay tuned for more of the Bravo with Sheila Network and the Sheila Ingram Ministry Network. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up and share the content. All right. All right. Now I'll see you soon. All right.
Somebody pass around the offering. Cause I'm always preaching on tracks, you feel me? I'm out here getting paid for it. Sermon of the day. You right where you supposed to be, baby. Informants, that information for me. Important you get a portion of fortune pouring. Confession, fortunately, blessings on now they snoring. You mellow, so focused on scoring. Got your underperforming. I never expect something, never assume nothing. Judging me for my past, but that's why I'm triumphant. I don't demand, I know where I stand like engineer hands. Watch how my life pans. That game plan, show out like a jotter, pop out like a cutter. Telling the kick rock, skipping the course, squares like hopscotch. This gonna be my mood to my beat drop. Putting my boogie shoes in my ditty boots, ain't no stop. rest of my life like I'ma make the rest of my life like gonna make the rest of my life the best of my life.